Hey everyone, welcome to my show, A Taste with Tamara Lee. I am your host, Tamara Lee. I am a 52-year-old model, actress, and content creator, but I love to cook. I have a passion for cooking and I love to create recipes that are healthy, nutritious, delicious, easy to make, and won't break the bank. Are you ready? Let's get cooking. And on today's episode, I'm going to show you how to turn this into a quick and easy chicken soup recipe that you can feed for your family in less than 30 minutes. Are you ready? Let's get cooking. 2 cups of cooked chicken, 4 cups of chicken bone broth, 3 celery stalks chopped, 1 cup of carrots sliced, 1.5 cups of mushrooms cut up, 1 small onion diced, 6 cups of chopped spinach, 3 cloves of chopped garlic, 1 tablespoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of rosemary, salt and pepper to taste, 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Well, here we are at the stove getting ready to put this delicious soup together. And I know you're thinking, Tamara, how possibly can we do a soup in 30 minutes? Let me show you. First thing we're going to do is we have our saucepan here and we're going to heat that up, and you're going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil to that. And then to that, we're going to add our onions, which we've got already diced here. And we're going to add some garlic. Now, of course, you can use the cloves of garlic and then just chop them up if you want, but a time saver is this jar of garlic here. And you know, this girl loves garlic, so we're going to add a good healthy amount in there, about 3 teaspoons of garlic. And we're going to give that a little bit of a stir here. You can see that sizzling here right now. And we're just going to cook this for 1 minute till these onions start to get a little bit translucent. And we are going to add our carrots. Now, I have prepped my ingredients all ahead of time, but one thing that you can do if you are a little bit short on time is you can prep your other ingredients while this is cooking, because this is a 3-stage soup process. So these carrots are going to take, and the onions are going to take about 5 minutes to cook down. All right, now we've had the carrots and the onions and the garlic cooking for 5 minutes. The carrots are getting nice and soft, and now it's time to add our celery, and then we are going to add our mushrooms, and we are going to give this a stir. We put the carrots in first because they are the vegetable that takes the longest to cook, and these mushrooms and the celery is going to take no time at all. And you're just going to cook these until they're tender, little tender, probably another 2 to 3 minutes. And what I like to do at this point is to just take a little bit of that chicken broth, and we're just going to put a couple tablespoons in there, and we're going to let that cook down. And now all of our vegetables are tender, crisp, and it is time to add the seasonings. But Donte, how does this smell already?
It smells phenomenal.
And we haven't even added any of the seasonings in yet. So you can play around with seasonings if you like for this recipe. Poultry seasoning will work for this. You can hit it with a little bit of lemon, but I am going to use some rosemary, and I am going to use some thyme. So we're going to use about a tablespoon of thyme. And of course, Tamara never measures her spices. We're going to put that in. And then we're going to use about a teaspoon of rosemary. Again, you can use fresh if you want. My local grocery store, unfortunately, did not have any. And we're going to hit this with a little bit of pepper. And just a tiny little bit of salt. We don't need much in this at all. And we're going to give this a little bit of a stir around. Now, folks, also at this point, if you are looking to make this when it's all ready for when you get home from work, you can actually throw this mixture right into a crock pot, throw in your broth, throw in your chicken, put the lid on, leave it for 4 to 6 hours, and when you come home, you're going to have your chicken soup ready as well. For us, we're just doing this stovetop. So we've got our spices in there now. Now we're going to add in our rotisserie chicken, and this was just 2 cups of rotisserie chicken chopped. We're going to throw that in there. Give it a little bit of a stir. I like to marinate the chicken in there with the spices so everything gets nice and coated in there. A little bit of dry heat in there for those spices. And now we are going to add our chicken broth. And I did not grab my measuring cup, so here we go. So I love to use bone broth, chicken bone broth. One of the reasons is this has only 35 calories per cup and 7 grams of protein. Bumps up your protein content for the day. And it is oh so delicious. Put that in there. Donte, do you like chicken soup?
I love chicken soup. It's good for the soul.
It is, absolutely. 1 container is pretty much 4 cups. Put that in there. Give it a nice little stir. Also at this point, if you wanted to, you could add some cooked pasta in there. You could put some cooked rice in there. I'm doing just vegetables for today. And we're gonna bump up the nutrients even more, and we're gonna add some baby spinach. Now you can throw this in whole if you want to. I'm gonna add this, if I can get the lid open. We're just gonna tear it up. Of course, we gotta get in there and get our hands dirty. It wouldn't be a recipe with Tamara if we did not do that. Put this in together. We're gonna use this whole container in here. And of course, we all know if you've cooked spinach before, this cooks down quite a lot. Also a very nutrient-based vegetable, spinach. If you are not a fan of spinach, you can always put kale in there, or you can leave it out. The great thing about soup is there's no right way. You can add green beans in there. You can add different types of other vegetables. You can use broccoli, whatever you like. You can throw frozen vegetables in there. And now for the last cooking stage, we are going to throw the lid on top of this chicken soup. And we're gonna let it cook down for about 10 minutes on medium heat. Our soup has been cooking for 10 minutes, and let me tell you, I can smell this with the lid still on. What about you, Donte?
Yeah, I can smell it from here.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready to see what this looks like now? 10 minutes, a total of 25 minutes, folks, to make this soup, and look at this go. Look how delicious this looks. That spinach is cooked down. Oh, Grandma's kitchen right here in 25 minutes. Well, folks, you know what time it is now. Donte, do you know what time it is?
I think I know what time
It is time for Tamara's favorite part of the show, which is Tamara's taste test. Let's put this in a bowl and let's give it a taste. And here we go. We've got our chicken soup ready to go. Had to let it cool a little bit, but here we go. Man, that's good. This tastes like you've slaved all day over a stove with this beautiful soup. And we did it in less than 30 minutes. Folks, if you have enjoyed this episode and you're enjoying me in general, please make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow along. And until next time, thank you so much for joining me. Catch you on the flip side.